So if the Yankees are planning or are interested in looking at potentially making a couple of trades at the trade deadline to improve their team, which they still have holes that need to be addressed no matter how many guys come back healthy, um, there's a couple of players that I think provide them the most valuable trade chips. Okay. One of which I'm going to talk about today, Luis Severino. Okay. Now, my bottom line is this: if they don't plan on re-signing him this offseason, get what you can for him at the deadline. If he's healthy and he's itching to get back, and if he's productive, the Yankees will get more trade value than I think some folks think they will. So it's not going to be just some fringe bag of popcorn. It's going to be probably a prospect or two, depending on levels of the prospect and which farm they're from. But I think two teams represent probably the best fits: the St. Louis Cardinals and the San Diego Padres. Let me know if you can think of other teams, but these seem to be the best fits. I think the Cardinals are starting pitching hungry, and they can use somebody like a Luis Severino to put into their rotation. And again, the Yankees can make separate trades too, because I know they'll be down one starter, but they could trade another player to try to get a different starter in here at the deadline. So there's other options that are available. We're focusing on Luis Severino today, and those two fits. But we're going to talk about. Let me give you the first couple of prospects here from the St. Louis Cardinals first. Okay, first of which, this is Josh Byers. He's the number 11 prospect. He's an outfielder. Okay, he's got big power, raw. He's got a lot of raw tools, but he's got to refine some things in his swing a little bit, and he's got an absolute cannon for an arm in the outfield. Again, he's their number 11 prospect. Okay, moving on to the next guy, Bryson Mounts. He's their number 12 prospect and is a left-handed pitcher. He's got a 97, 98 mile an hour fastball, who he can convert to a reliever as well. He's got a nasty slider to go with his fastball, and he's got pretty good location as well. And ever since they've converted him from reliever to a starter, his location and his pitch selection has improved. So that's a good sign too. Okay, and lastly is Pete Hansen, another left-handed pitcher, their number 14 prospect. He's a crafty lefty, and he's got more craft than power. The power arm will come from Bryce Mounts. The crafty lefty will come more from the Pete Hansen guys. The number 14 prospect. He's got elite control, and he also has a very smooth delivery. So it doesn't seem like he'd be a very much risk for an injury. So those are my three prospects for the Cardinals. I think would be good fits. Anyway, he could. I think the Yankees would be able to get two of these three in a Severino trade. I honestly think so. And again, this is not like top five. This is 10 through 15. Two of them will probably be a good thing. And for the Yankees, who are pitching hungry, pitching starved prospect team, this would be a good fit for them. Okay, now moving over to the Padres, I got three more for you here. First of which is Henry Williams. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's a number 10 prospect. He's had a little bit of arm trouble in the past, but that's in the past. But he also has a promising, very big arm. Okay, his velocity's back up to his mid-high 90s. Also combined with a low 80 slider, so that's a pretty nasty 1-2 punch there. He's also 6'5", so he has pretty big size as well from a starting pitcher. So he could be a formidable pitcher right on the mound there. Now we're going to pivot to the outfield. Gyres, number 14 prospect, is an outfielder. He makes hard contact, and he also hits for power. He needs to cut down on the strikeouts, so he's got to obviously work on some swing refinement too. He's also a developmental player, so he needs to refine things a bit, but he's got crazy speed, like elite speed. And if he improves his contact rate, I think he'd be a valuable weapon, a pretty good contact hitter in the major leagues. And lastly, if they want to go for the gusto and go for one prospect here, here's their number 6 prospect, Adam Mazur. Number 6 prospect is a right-handed pitcher. He was the 2022 Big Ten Pitcher of the Year. He's got 93 innings, 58 strikeouts, a 3.7 ERA. He's got a 5-pitch arsenal. He's got a 2-seamer that goes up to 94 miles an hour, a 4-seamer up to 97. He's got a mid-80s changeup. He's got also has an upper 70s curveball. So he's got a pretty wicked repertoire in terms of pitching. He's also a good good combination of size and strength. So, and again, if they want to try to get a high single-digit prospect, that's the guy I think they should get or go for. So those are my 3 prospects from each teams. Let me know what you think, if you've heard of them, if you think any of them will fit. And I'm going to do more of these. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, you're a baseball fan, especially a Yankee fan, do that right now before you leave. Thank you for subscribing. If you enjoy the content, hit the thumbs up. We're going to start getting a little bit more active in this now as we start to get a little bit closer to trade chatter and then eventually the trade deadline. So things are coming. Things are going to get busy, and I think the Yankees will make several moves at the deadline, probably as buyers and sellers. Let me know what you think either way. And I'll obviously see you a little bit later on this afternoon for the Lions for tonight against the Blue Jays. Next time. Over and out.